HiViz JamZ.
HiViz JamZ.
HiViz JamZ. HiViz JamZ.
HiViz JamZ.
HiViz JamZ. HiViz JamZ.
HiViz JamZ.
HiViz JamZ. HiViz JamZ. HiViz JamZ.
HiViz JamZ.
HiViz JamZ.
Come with me, my love, into the sea of love. I want to tell you how much I love you. Do you remember when we met? That was the day I knew you were my pet. I want to tell you how much I love you. sitting in the morning sun. Well, I'll be sitting till the evening calls, watching the ships roll in, and I'll watch them roll away again. Come with me, my love, into the sea of love. I wanna tell you how much I love you. I love you. All right. Okay, so my name is James Gray. I'm here in Wellington, New Zealand, doing my first live stream ever in New Zealand. And this is my first tour of New Zealand. It's been a good time. I just got to the North Island yesterday. It's been a blast. It's the windiest place I've ever been on Earth, but other than that, things are pretty good. Thanks again, Reef, and thanks Darren for hosting me. This is wonderful. We're here at HiViz JamZ. Yeah, I'm gonna quit yakking. I'm gonna play another song. So during COVID, I wrote a whack of songs, and quick story here before I get started. And I drink too much beer, and during COVID, I quit drinking beer for a while, and I wrote a breakup song to beer. It's called Goodbye Stella. It goes exactly like this. I've been a raging drunk, and you've been a holding tank. For all these thoughts I should have spoke, how you've been the worst part of me. You've also been the best part of me. How you've been my best friend. I've loved you for 10 long years. You sure put my mouth in gear. Well, I love you, that's all I have to say. But I don't always love you the next day. So when you lay me down inside these little cabin walls, my heart does double dutch. When I hear your sweet call, well, there's nothing left for me here to say. Well, I love you, but we can't hang out every single day. I've been a rolling stone. Yeah, I've rolled around this world alone. Well, how I love when I have you near. How you've been this holy part of me. You've also been this holy shit part of me. So when you lay me down inside these little cabin walls, my heart does double dutch. When I hear your sweet call, well, there's nothing left for me here to say. Well, I love you, but we can't hang out every single day. Down inside these little cabin walls, my heart does double dutch. When I hear your sweet call, well, there's nothing left for me here to say. Well, I love you, but we can't hang out every single day. Now I'm pacing around and relearning how Stella, you got my taste buds a yearning. You're so long and cold and expensive. Oh, let's hang out, but not in that kind of way. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna drink Bundaberg ginger beer today. You make a better friend than a master anyway. Thank you. Thanks so much. Yes, so everywhere I go, I try to figure out what a local non-alcoholic thing is, you know. So in different countries it's a different thing, and then, you know, people can kind of laugh. Sadly, it seems that Bundaberg is kind of, even though it's Australian, that's what everyone loves to have here in New Zealand because it's so good. Yeah, I'm gonna play another tune of mine. This is a new one. I love bluegrass music, but I'm not maybe the most technically proficient musician, but I tried to write, or as you guys would say, take a crack at writing a bluegrass song. I showed my buddy, who's a real bluegrass musician. Shout out to Merv if you see this. And he said, well, James, I think you should write another one, because you can't swear in a bluegrass song, and somebody has to die. So that's my homework for my next bluegrass tune. So this song is really just a James Gray song sped up, but it's called Little Piece of My Heart. It's probably the happiest and the most upbeat song I'm going to play here today. So everything will be downhill from here, fellas. One, two, three. Well, I can wait my turn, I can walk, I can learn, I can hold my own head. Some days are better than others, some days I walk and others, and I can't get out of bed. Well, who's to blame myself? Is beer bad for my health? I don't know shit. Well, all knows when to speak to you feels like my mouth's full of glue, and why'd you commit to me? And I've been waiting so long, just to have a little piece of you in my arms. And I've been waiting so long, just to have a little piece of you in my heart. Don't know where to start, just to have a little piece of you in my heart. Now with you by my side, suddenly I can't drive, let's crawl in the back. You're the pineapple of my eye, you make me nervous now, so I can't hardly act. Well, sorry, you'll have to pay my boss firing me today, I don't got shit. Well, all knows when to speak to you feels like my mouth's full of glue, and why'd you commit to me? And I've been waiting so long, just to have a little piece of you in my arms. And I've been waiting so long, just to have a little piece of you in my heart. Don't know where to start, just to have a little piece of you in my heart. My arms, and I've been waiting so long, just to have a little piece of you in my heart. Don't know where to start, just to have a little piece of you in my heart, just to have a little piece of you in my heart. Thank you. Thanks, fellas. All right, so I'm gonna play a cover tune. I played in at the Dunedin Folk Club little over 2 weeks ago. And when I was there, I was telling a story about playing in Eindhoven in the Netherlands and staying with this lady. This lady gave me the keys to her house and said, I got to leave, but you can stay here. And she was the promoter. And she put me up. She put me up in Eindhoven. And anyways, I had a driver come get me the next day. And after the show, there was a whole bunch of older fellas there. And they were telling me that Towns Van Zandt had played there a few times and had stayed in the same house that I was staying in. And I was telling this story at the Dunedin Folk Club. And after the show, there was a fellow there that said, hey, James, so where you're heading next weekend to play in Barrytown, Towns Van Zandt also played there. So at the show in Barrytown, I was also telling the story about following him around in Eindhoven, and then now playing at the Barrytown Hall where he had played. And there was a fella in the audience who was about 80 years old, and he interrupted the show and he said, hey, James, sorry, I'm going to tell you how the night went, 30-some years ago, because I was there. And then he told the whole crowd, well, we started out here in the hall, but it was too cold, so Towns marched, there was 200 of them, marched them up the street, up to the pub where it was a little warmer, and he played for us. And then, anyway, so I'm in awe, thinking about, wow, okay, I've played 2 places where he's played and getting these really cool stories. And then the next day, I played with this fella named Al, and he was incredible. And then I get the story that he used to tour with Towns in New Zealand. And anyways, and he played just before me. So it's been really fun, just kind of, I feel like I'm kind of playing a lot of the same venues that he's played, whether in Europe or down here in New Zealand, and it feels kind of cool because he's one of my all-time favorites. Anyways, I'm gonna play a Towns Van Zandt song called "Colorado Girl" just now. Cheers. Going out to Denver to see if I can't find her. Yeah, I'm going out to Denver to see if I can't find that loving Colorado girl of mine. Well, the promise in her smile, well, it shames the mountains tall. Yeah, the promise in her smile, yeah, it shames the mountains tall. She can bring that sun is shining and tell the rain to fall. It's been a long time, mama, since I heard you call my name. Yeah, it's been a long time since I heard you call my name. Well, I get to see my Colorado girl again. Well, I'll be there tomorrow. And Mama, don't you cry, hey. Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. And Mama, don't you cry. Well, I gotta carry these long some Texas blues goodbye. Well, I'm going out to Denver to see if I can't find her. Yeah, I'm going out to Denver to see if I can't find that loving Colorado girl of mine. Yeah, that loving Colorado girl of mine. Thank you. Thanks so much, fellas. Thank you. Well, I'm going to play another cover before I jump into playing a few more of my songs. So I'm a big fan of John Prine also. People always ask for this tune, so I'm going to play it now. It's called Grandpa Was a Carpenter. My earliest memory, musical memory, probably my earliest memory. I was driving around in my dad's 1993 Nissan Hustler and listening to tapes, and I remember this song. I thought it was kind of fun, so I made a point of learning it a few years ago, and people often ask me, can you play that song about your grandpa? And I always say, well, I wish I wrote that song. It's not mine, it's John Prine's. I'm gonna play for you now. Thanks again to HiViz JamZ for hosting me. This is really lovely. I'm about as, other than going to Antarctica, I'm about as far away from home as I can possibly be. So it's really nice to get hosted here. So thank you so much, guys. Thanks, Daz. Thanks, Reef. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, guys. All right, here we go. Suit to dinner nearly every day for no particular reason. Oh, he just dressed that way with a brown necktie and a matching vest and both his wingtip shows. He built a closet on our back porch and put a penny in a burned out fuse. 'Cause Grandpa was a carpenter, he built houses, stores, and banks. And he chained smoked Camel cigarettes and hammered nails and planks. He would level on the level and shade even every door, and voted for Eisenhower 'cause Lincoln won the war. Well, he used to sing me blood in the saddle and he rocked me on his knee. Used to listen to the radio before we got TV, and he used to drive to church on Sundays, and he bring with him too stained glass in every window and hearing aids in every pew. 'Cause Grandpa was a carpenter, he built houses, stores, and banks, and he chained the smoked Camel cigarettes, hammered nails and planks. He would level on the level and shave even every door, and voted for Eisenhower 'cause Lincoln won the war. Take it away, James. Grandma, she was a teacher. She went to school in Bowling Green and traded in her milking cow for a singer-song shade. Well, she used to call her husband Mister and Wild Creek tall and proud, and used to buy comic books after Grandpa, well, he died. 'Cause Grandpa was a carpenter. He built houses, stores, and banks, and he chained smoking with cigarettes and hammered nails and planks. He would level on the level and shave even every door. And voted for Eisenhower 'cause Lincoln won the war. Yeah, he voted for Eisenhower 'cause Lincoln won the war. Thank you. Alrighty, I'm gonna play a couple more. I'm gonna play a couple of my songs. Oh, thanks, Daz. Appreciate it. Feels good. So this is a tune of mine, and the moral of this story. So I kind of wrote this song. This will be on my next album that I'm currently recording. The moral of this story is we often tell people how they feel. We assume how others feel, and we react to them when we communicate with them based on how we think they feel. And I think our collective consciousness needs to change a little bit. I think it's important that we ask people how they're feeling. And no matter how much we think we know about that person, we don't know what they're going through. So I think it's important. I think it's something we can really change as people, is to always check in with people and ask them how they're feeling instead of telling them how they're feeling, So this song is called Temporary Smile, and it's about that. I've been telling Kiwi audiences before I play this song, so I reference Crappy Tire in this song, and Crappy Tire is Canadian Tire, which is like Bunnings here down under. So I tell all the audiences that it's the hardware store. If I woke up tomorrow and I was 80, I'd ask myself, how'd I live so long? Why'd I spend the best years of my life drinking and just trying to write another poor me song? I wish that I accepted your challenges instead of putting on a temporary smile. Now I'm just an old boy in some small town with my head held low in this crappy tire out. I should have wiped your tears instead of telling you to smile. How I wish I had those years back, honey, so we could talk a while. I want a happy verse for this sad song. How I wish you and I still got along. I wish I'd learned from others' mistakes instead of being stuck here with all mine. I know I want to have beside me as I head towards that final finish line. I should have wiped your tears instead of telling you to smile. How I wish I had those years back, honey, so we could talk a while. I want a happy verse for this sad song. How I wish you and I still get along. So I'm trying to do things in public that I'm not particularly that good at, because that's how we get better at things, and that's how, I think it's just a good thing to do for ourselves. So anyways, this is my whistle solo. I woke up this morning at 29. Had this dream last night about when I get old. I think it's time I accepted your challenges. It's the best thing for this life in my soul. Well, I thank you, I love you, God, you're patient. I don't know what you see inside these eyes, but I hope that I'm a happy old boy with you, girl. With my head held high in this crappy tire aisle, gonna wipe your tears instead of telling you to smile. Thank God I got those years back, honey, so we could talk a while. I've got a happy verse for this sad song. Well, I'm so happy you and I still get along. You're the best damn part of this song. Better stop singing before I say something wrong. Thanks so much. All right, I'm going to do one more song. This will be my self-proclaimed encore. Cheers, fellas. Thanks, Reef. Thanks, Daz. Thanks for the invite. It means a lot. This is my first ever live stream show here in New Zealand. It feels good for this this Canuck, poser, whatever you want to call me. Met a lot of great people here. Everybody loves to show me their Canadian accent. Which is funny because I find it so endearing and so sweet, but I'm so scared to be like, yeah, brew, New Zealand. Like, I'm so scared to do that to you guys because I feel like I'm being insulting. I feel like I'm being insulting, but everyone's like, oh, Canada, hoos, what's that about? You know? So everyone's been super fun and taking the piss, as you guys say. I don't quite understand. Yeah, I don't quite understand all of the social things yet, but it's been a really good time and seeing a lot of good country and meeting good folks like yourself. So thanks for the invite. Appreciate it a lot. I'm gonna play one more. The song's called "Boiled Frogs." So this song is not about a recent trip to Paris. I wrote this tune. Actually, my last this album that I'm working on right now, I wrote whole whack of songs, and I brought them out into the world and asked the audience to name them, which was kind of fun. So then I'd collected a bunch of song names, and that's how I named most of the songs in the album. So and I figured, you get a room full of 20, 40, 50, 100 people, and they're going to give you so many ideas. And so this song is about how we're treating our earth and how we're treating each other. And more importantly, the complacency of humans as we do it, because I think the issue is that, when we're not treated well or when we treat others well, we always find an excuse, this song's really about that. So I'm going to play it for you now. It's called Boiled Frogs. Oh, so the metaphor of boiled frogs is if you take a frog and you put it in a pot of water and you turn the heat on, that frog will die because the water comes up ever so slightly in temperature. And I'm afraid that's what we're doing here now on this earth. So anyways, It's the song's maybe not as depressing sounding as it may sound, at this moment. But yeah, I'm gonna play it for you. Thanks again, fellas. Appreciate you guys having me. Means a lot. And yeah, cheers everybody for watching. And hope to see you in person at some point. Cheers. I've got this story to tell you. I'm unsure if you care to hear it, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. All this time on the earth, and what can we show? Some ignorance, and our heads stuck in our phones. We're just 8 billion lonely souls flying through space for whoever knows. I've got this feeling to show you. I'm unsure if you care to feel it, but I'm gonna show you anyway. There's a man on the 401, stuck there in traffic, trying to race home to a home he'll never own. We're just 8 billion lonely souls flying through space for whoever knows. I've got this crazy idea. Why don't we try to heal our earth and our kind? All this time trying to prove that we're something bigger, only to retard back to the earth. Just 8 billion lonely souls flying through space for whoever knows. We're all slaves to time, bound by greed, hate and crime. You'll feel strange when you're a stranger. Why don't you smile at your neighbor? We're all slaves to time, bound by greed, hate and crime. You'll feel strange when you're a stranger. Why don't you smile at your neighbor? We're all slaves to time, bound by greed, hate and crime. You'll feel strange when you're a stranger. Why don't you smile at your neighbor? Thank you. Thanks, fellas. Appreciate it.
HiViz JamZ.
HiViz JamZ.
HiViz JamZ.